Hello traders, it is my joy and honor to present to you how Alpha Fibonacci Precise Simplicity will improve your trading. But first, I would like to remind you extremely important disclaimer that every single thing we discuss in this webinar is to empower and educate you. Nothing constitutes a financial advice. All the products shown as is without any guarantees, and I hope you recognize all the risks involved in trading future stocks, forex, crypto options, and I hope you recognize that you have to make a personal decision what's appropriate for you to trade, and that no student had ever been paid for their testimonials, and our students' past and current performance does not guarantee anyone else's performance. In this webinar, we will cover how Alpha Fibonacci Precise Simplicity has been traded by traders of all levels in US and globally since 2011. How Alpha Fibonacci system and software identifies precise entry stops and targets across all instruments. How to remove pain and speculation from trading with precise Alpha Fibonacci Simplicity, and very exclusive and very special bootcamp offer with savings up to $10,000. Briefly about myself, I arrived to USSR as a classical pianist in 1989. I worked in Johns Hopkins Psychiatry and Research, and I continue bringing my knowledge from everything I acquired in Johns Hopkins to my traders. 2004, I discovered passion for Fibonacci and started developing my own first system. Since then, I developed 45 various Alpha Fibonacci trading system, that's umbrella for multiple strategies inside. I refused to work for top financial institutions. I founded Fibonacci Trading Institute 2011, Fibonacci Trading YouTube channel, Fibonacci Trading Podcast channel, where students share their phenomenal journeys from 14 to 80 plus year olds, from beginner to hedge fund manager. I continue developing proprietary systems daily, and I was teaching this morning to a group of traders from all backgrounds. Since 2011, in US and globally, proprietary Alpha Fibonacci system is traded by complete beginner traders, children of students as young as 12, being brought to the course by their fathers, by their parents, hedge fund managers, prop firm traders trading Alpha Fibonacci system from beginner to hedge fund trader. So when you use the link I will post to you now, or you sign up on the website, you can come to the trading room and ask me questions about any instrument of your choice. So when you see how fathers bringing their children, how husbands bringing their wives, brothers bringing their brothers, friends bringing their friends to Fibonacci Trading Institute to trade proprietary system, here's why. 2004, I recognized that every single instrument on this earth is identical. Price action is a key. Alpha Fibonacci Trading System show you when you trade pure, you can trade any instrument you choose. So if I remove the label in my left corner and I bring to you this instrument now, and I would ask you a question, what is this in front of you? You wouldn't have a clue. What instrument is this? What instrument is this? What instrument is this? But what do you see for sure? You see pure price, and you see it looks completely identical. And that's what every single Alpha Fibonacci trading system is built on. So while no one can tell what instrument this is, what if you become empowered and you can trade any instrument you choose? Because this is chart of Microsoft in front of you now. Sorry, it's stuck a little because the format. But this is chart of Apple. But this is chart of Euro. This is chart of Bitcoin. This is chart of oil, 5-minute chart from our trading room this morning, and Nasdaq from trading room, and S&P. What if you suddenly stop chasing indicators and start focusing on what matters? Pure price for entry and Alpha Fibonacci for exits. And you will never, ever, ever need anything else. So here's a system on S&P mini future, as we identified for days and days before FOMC. This is institutional buy point that despite rate being steady or rate being increased, this is where market would rally from. And if I convert this chart to 5, to 3, to any chart you choose to trade, and you knew this well before FOMC, would you feel free? Would you feel excited to trade all financial markets as strategic intelligent chess? So here's how you can test the day trading system. You simply going back days and you see very clearly, wow, system is predictive. All you need to do is insert proprietary levels on the platform of your choice, including MetaStack, and you know hours and days in advance where institutions will be placing the orders. This is one of the very few elements that are very powerful about proprietary predictive system. And all you need, Fibonacci retracement tool, and you can easily install it on MetaStack. But again and again and again, as you will see throughout the webinar, as I will answer your questions, you can trade gold, you can trade oil, you can trade any stock or any crypto you choose, as students have done all over the world since 2011 in US and more than 50 countries. Emmanuel brought his wife to the course. They're both full-time traders. Richard retired trading the system. Jason, my dearest friends for life, students inviting me to their weddings. Sam put his daughter through Harvard trading Alpha Fibonacci system. This is us in London meeting crypto traders. This is me in California meeting option trader, Zurich, Dubai, all over the world. Every year I travel the world meeting students and graduates of the course. And every single one of the students trade different instrument, different time frame, different platform. So when I recognize that pure price is exactly the same on every single instrument, what's very important to recognize? When you walk through different stages in life, you can make decision that day trading is not for you. And you can trade long-term stocks, you can trade Forex, you can trade commodities, you can trade crypto, because Alpha Fibonacci forms all markets into precise puzzle, as you have seen from tests we just have done. So that's where freedom comes, and this is where stress goes away completely. Because this morning after FOMC, if you traded Nasdaq, you knew hours, days in advance. This is not the place to short, this is a place to buy from. So you can do this on MetaStack, of course. You can do this on any platform you choose. If the platform has Fibonacci retracement tool, insert the levels, apply the rules, and you are off to the races. All you have to do, test the system going back days, week, months, even years. And I show you in every class how you can do that. Pure and simple. On that day, Nasdaq was at this level, May 5th, 2 days before FOMC. And again, this is on every single chart on Nasdaq. And many days in advance, you know, this level is out, next level to follow. And when this played out this morning and price came to reversal zone, was phenomenal reversal. And we discussed all of this in classes with my students every single day this week. That was the most exciting place to be after FOMC. So hedge funds and top financial institutions always contacting me with offers, and of course, who can say no to Goldman? It's an ultimate honor. Multiple other emails this week alone, but I choose to work for yourself. I choose to have freedom. I choose to keep my own systems to myself and teach students all over the world. That's it, pure and simple. I'm very, very honored by Goldman interest, but I continue teaching traders all over the world, including JP Morgan traders. But this is, for example, the reason why I live and breathe what I do. Professor in Germany, struggled for so many years, lost a fortune, ready to give up on trading, comes to Fibonacci Trading Institute, and after a couple of weeks, he becomes consistent. And you can see this on the website. So 99% of traders I worked with since 2011 have been trying for so many years, have been losing a fortune, and it's not because it is their fault. It's because they've been focusing on speculative delayed system instead of predictive, instead of precise. And that makes a world of difference when you can trade with precise entry stops and targets, because trading is complex, trading is difficult for those who are not using Alpha Fibonacci system. But all of that goes away when you trade markets as intelligent, strategic chess. As Matthias have done after 1 month in the course. All the pain, all the suffering is gone, and he's not just trading micro Dow. He's trading gold, he's trading oil, he's trading S&P, he's trading some of the most volatile futures and sharing extensively every single day the update about what he trades at how. That's it, including this morning. And as he says, I therefore, after 8 years of trying very hard, but unfortunately without success, to become profitable with swing trading, with options trading, with day trading, I now see for the very first time the possibility of becoming profitable trader. And that's ultimate honor from student and professor with Germany, who says, I therefore recommend that anyone who wants to take their trading to a level that previously was not thought possible, or who finally wants to become profitable, should attend a course with Alpha Fibonacci and Fibonacci Trading Institute. So when you come to the website and you understand the power of this, you can see what traders share all over the world. So please sign up for the trading room invitation, and this is where you find our students' performance. Again and again and again. Sue struggled for years. Now trades gold, Bitcoin, oil, silver, S&P, managing 401k accounts. But let's go further and further into why freedom is possible. As you can see, another trader who struggled for so many years trading S&P, as he says, none of the other observations ever worked. None work as consistently as yours. And as he says, This bootcamp has changed my trading. So let's dive into this deeper, shall we? Here's one of my favorite examples this week. Why? Because Tesla came out with the worst earnings in many, many years, correct? If you have not seen the event, you should see. TSLA lost billions, correct? Profits are extremely low. We agree? Profits 71% less. So how did we know that Tesla would skyrocket well before the earnings? Look at that. This is catastrophic event. Catastrophic sales, correct? Keeps crashing all over the world. But shorting Tesla was wise at the top, not after catastrophic earnings where Tesla skyrocketed from 216 to 289 and struggling now. If I bring to your attention this chart that again you can easily reproduce on Meta stock, I bring to your attention Tesla well before the election, when no one knows the involvement of Musk in Trump's administration of Trump would even win. But you know many months in advance. This is Alpha Fibonacci system. This level is out, this level to follow. This level is out, this level to follow. A strategic intelligent chess. Tesla reaches this level in January, well before Musk involvement. You knew this is Tesla's sell point, not buy point. You're not losing 50% of your position on Tesla. You are shorting Tesla at this level. But when sell-off is done before catastrophic earnings and profit collapse of 71%. This was the event, traders. This is Tesla's rally from 216 to 289 this morning. How is it possible? Profits are horrific, but Tesla is rallying? Of course. If you're trading Alpha Fibonacci system, you knew this many months in advance. And of course, if you're trading gold, you know quite well that gold would come to this level. But gold been stuck at this level for the last 4 weeks. And again, here's gold 6 months ago. And I can take you back years, how you can test this system and how you trade all markets as intelligent chess. Here's gold at the start of the rally. And you know where gold heading to many, many months in advance. And here we are this morning, 6 months later. And this is predictive strategic Alpha Fibonacci chess. You're riding trends with Alpha Fibonacci institutional power. This is critical key event on gold playing out in front of you this morning. This level is lifeline on gold. This level is out gold in free fall. But how to trade this? You must know the rules. That's it. So Matthias can do this. If Patrick can do this after years of losing a fortune, anyone can. So system allows you to trade any market with consistency, confidence, precision, and clarity. Removes complexities, removes noise, allows trader to focus on precise simplicity across all instruments, all time frames, all platforms. So here's one of my favorite events on this chart. Bitcoin. How is it possible Bitcoin collapsed? Hold on 1 second. Isn't top gamblers on Wall Street telling you to buy Bitcoin? 1 second. Cassie Woods, who lost 14 billion of someone else's money, keeps telling you to buy Bitcoin. She can afford to lose someone else's money, correct? Here's another one. Michael Saylor, Bitcoin losses. Wow. Again, his own and someone else's money. But what if you were to exit your position on Bitcoin and were to buy Bitcoin from? You can do this with minimal effort, as I work with traders from 12 years old, as you will see next. Here's Bitcoin before the crash in October. Let's go even further. Let's go to September 2024. September 2nd, 2024. Wow, Bitcoin is struggling to break through this level. But many months in advance, you know where Bitcoin heading to. This level is out, this level to follow. Identical price action as on Tesla. Charts are twins. 2 months later, Bitcoin reaches next level and follows further and further. Here comes the crash from reversal zone. And many months in advance, you know that 77,000 on Bitcoin is lifeline. That presented phenomenal opportunity for long, not short near this level, but long. And that's the power of the system traded all over the world. From 5 minute to 1 minute, to anchor charts, to range charts, tick charts, minute charts, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. Every single strategy I ever developed applies to every instrument, every time frame, every platform. Ethereum, catastrophic collapse, 70%. Of course, Cassie Woods, Michael Saylor, top gamblers on Wall Street tell you buy Ethereum. So if you cannot afford to lose 70%, you start using your limitless brain and managing your position with Alpha Fibonacci rules. You learn what identifies a crash, and you are not crying yourself to sleep losing 70% on Ethereum. Can you do that? Can you make an effort? Can you apply the rules? Tomorrow I'm teaching institutional class, and you see after 1 hour how you can test this and identify catastrophic crash in advance. Collapse on Ethereum, while phenomenal rally on Euro. How is it possible? War in Ukraine. My friends are in shock. While we have students in Moscow, no one saw it coming. It's surreal. But Euro skyrocketing, staging the most spectacular rally. War in the Middle East, another long. Wow. Have anyone seen good news in Europe? We just had another war that started in addition to these other events. Euro staged the biggest rally ever, and you knew where to buy from on every single chart. Traders trading 15-minute, traders trading hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, 4 hour, any chart you choose. As you saw US dollar collapsing when reversal zone is reached, but price moves one step at a time. Well before the election, price spelled out, get ready for US dollar crash. Bad news for us Americans traveling to Europe. Good news to Europeans, Canadians, and Australians. Finally, coming to US becoming drastically more affordable. But for us Americans, US dollar collapsed significantly. And today, this is lifeline for US dollar. 138. 138 is out. collapse will be drastically more. But again, all discussed in live classes with my students. Speculation and random trades are never ever an option. Price struggling immensely on this level. On Bitcoin we saw phenomenal longs. On US dollar we do not. We see only bullish correction and excruciating pain for the last month. That's it, pure and simple. So when you start using your limitless brain and trade markets as intelligent chess, when father hedge fund manager who's managing multi-million-dollar portfolio with proprietary Alpha Fibonacci system bringing his son to the course, and Dominic is bored during COVID, this is what he delivers. As you can hear to father and son podcast on our podcast channel and see it on our YouTube channel. I also have a photo of 12-year-old girl, daughter of trader, who's been with me for the last 15 years, learning all the systems I ever developed. And that's the reason I live and breathe what I do. And I travel the world meeting with traders. From US, from New York, to Canada, to Texas, to New Jersey, to Florida, to California, to Colorado, to London, to Monte Carlo, to Dubai, all over the world. Doesn't matter what instrument you trade, but if 14-year-old can do it, anyone can. So when you're focusing on pure price for entry with proprietary Alpha Fibonacci for exit, you see very, very clearly when Nvidia collapsed. How is it possible? Isn't AI world tell you to buy and buy and buy Nvidia at this level? With a single glimpse, you see clearly. It's a beautiful place to short Nvidia from, not to buy. You buy Nvidia at the bottom. When Cathie Woods exits the position, taking mega losses on Nvidia, let me remind you. Wow, look at that. She exited Nvidia when Alpha Fibonacci system told you to buy. This was the event that was happening live when in the course we discussed it's a phenomenal place to buy, not to short. That's it. Would you like to buy the bottom and sell the top? You did not lose money on Nvidia if you traded Alpha Fibonacci system. Buyers stepped in on Nvidia with critical key rules. That's it. You're a strategic, intelligent trader who understands how to apply the system without any noise, without any gossip. All the pain, all the stress, all confusion chasing markets, losing money is behind you. So this is very important chart. This is Alpha Fibonacci system on institutional chart on S&P mini future that you can apply as critical key institutional chart, and you can also use this chart for mutual funds, S&P index fund, VOO, multiple Vanguard funds, option leaps, or as a day trader. You are riding micro charts, tick charts, minute charts, Renko charts, range charts, any chart you choose, buying the market with trillion-dollar machine at critical key Alpha Fibonacci buy point. So when you're looking at these global events, you see very, very clearly war in Ukraine, skyrocketing inflation, massive panic in the world. But Alpha Fibonacci system shows it's clear buy point. Trillions of dollars entering the positions at this level. You buying S&P at the very trend inception. You are not shorting near these levels. This was the start of the rally. This was spectacular and breathtaking, started in December 2022. But when the price reaches critical key levels and markets start selling off, you saw very, very clearly. Speculation and gambling is not an option. You know where to exit your position. And here's the current chart as of now. Collapse on S&P until this level, where buyers stepped in from. And if I bring to your attention this chart until 2 months ago, with the power of predictive institutional strategies, you knew this is not the place to short. This is a place to buy from. Where bullish rally started on one of the worst days in the last 20 years in US stock market. You buying the bottom with confidence. This morning after FOMC, market drastically higher. Again, as this chart spelling out to you, this level will be war zone. How to manage this level? You must know Alpha Fibonacci rules. Response at this level will define markets for months, even years to come. That's it. And that's extremely important. Institutional rally on S&P mini future for the last months and the start of the rally since December 2022. So when you become free and you become exhausted from chasing other systems, you start recognizing pure price is the answer. But Pablo was very, very fortunate. Exhausted attorney, never placed a trade in his life when he came to me. Right now, he closed his law practice and he's trading everything. He keeps updating me constantly and he passed that test to become top step trader. He's not just trading S&P, he's trading oil, gold, euro, and he's also using options on other platforms, as you can hear on our podcast channel. Pure price is the answer, as we already reviewed NVIDIA as strategic precise trading chess, as you learned your lesson. Not to buy on gossip, not to buy on noise, but to trade all markets as intelligent strategic chess. Correct? So if you have any questions for me about specific instrument, within the next 2 minutes you will have opportunity to ask. But this morning in our trading room, we witnessed how important this level is on oil. Our student in Saudi Arabia not allowed to short, but only allowed to buy. What would your trading be like if you knew where to buy the bottom on oil? And you knew this many months in advance. But only if you trade with Alpha Fibonacci rules, you know this months in advance. Your institutional chart on oil as of January 1st. That's it. Sell-off on oil continues, one step at a time. This level is out, this level to follow. Despite catastrophic wars, oil collapsed until it did not. That's it. And that's where we are on oil after catastrophic crash despite mega wars. So making random entries because someone says on TV, buy oil because wars all over Europe. Not a good news. Oil staged phenomenal crash from 85 until 55. That's it. You're using your limitless brain. You are not gambling, not speculating. You understand quite well. When student comes to the course, software developer, losing fortune for 15 years, now she's managing 401k accounts, trading, gold, Bitcoin, oil, silver, S&P, of course. She is my dearest friend for life in Dallas. And again, you can see trader stories on our podcast channel and other parts on the website. So when you trade markets as intelligent chess, can you trade Apple? Of course you can. So how is it possible that Apple collapsed and you knew this months in advance? Let's take a look on this chart on Apple. My goodness, Apple in free fall as of January 1st. But what if you knew well before the election that this is where Apple would crash and burn from? Here's Apple chart September 2nd. Apple comes to reversal zone but doesn't crash to this level. Apple in correction. And then here comes the crash, one step at a time. This was phenomenal opportunity to buy Apple. This was phenomenal opportunity to sell Apple. Apple collapse was phenomenal, breathtaking. You're not losing sleep, you're not losing your mind, you're trading markets as intelligent strategic chess. You know quite well, Apple in free fall, you're short, you do not buy. This is where you buy Apple from, knowing quite well why Apple's stuck in horrific pain in front of you. This level is a lifeline on Apple. And again, how to trade this? You must know the rules. Collapse on Apple, $90 per share. Quite impressive considering it's only $260 per share. That's it. Pure and simple. And again, and again, and again. It is your personal decision on the instrument and time frame you want to trade. You're no longer spending endless hours in front of the screen. You understand quite well. Trading with key institutional Alpha Fibonacci levels removes the stress, removes the pain, as you witnessed phenomenal rallies on Euro despite wars, as you witnessed catastrophic crash on US dollar. Correct? So when student comes to the bootcamp in the middle of the night in Australia and shares his journey with Fibonacci Trading Institute, we have an incredible community in Australia. Theo is a legend. When you hear his voice, you see more intelligence the trader, more trader sees the power of the system with solid, robust, consistent set of well-defined rules. Can you drive the car, as he says? If you can stay in your lane, you can trade Allah's excellent course. And you can take a quick glance and identify whether or not it's even viable to take any trades. And this is what Theo have done. And that's the reason I'm here with you, and the reason why I refuse to work for top financial institutions. Because when you trade with institutional entries and exits, you can trade futures, stocks, crypto, forex, options, mutual funds, ETFs, commodities, bonds. Anything that has price can be traded. All you need is Fibonacci retracement tool. That's it. MetaStock has Fibonacci retracement tool. We agree on that? That's it. Pure and simple. So, The important part to recognize, when you have predictive proprietary rules and you decide that price is stuck in pain on Apple, can you trade Amazon? Can you trade oil? Can you trade gold? Of course you can. If the instrument has a price, you can trade it. So let me bring to your attention Amazon. How is it possible Amazon in free fall despite stunning earnings? Of course, if trading on the news would work, every single person on the planet would be Bill Gates. Amazon collapsed from 240 plus until this level. 160, wow. $80 collapse. You knew this is not the place to buy, no matter how spectacular earnings are. You're using your limitless brain. You see very, very clearly market is predictive Alpha Fibonacci chess. So if I bring to your proprietary system to a year ago, you knew reversal zone is a place to monitor for short, not to buy but to sell Amazon. Here's Amazon a year ago, May 2024, to exact date, May 7th. As I will be teaching this in tomorrow's institutional class. Amazon crawling up until this level, correct? As price always moves, one step at a time. 201 is breached, next level to follow. And you learn in the course, bold pink line not to be ignored. When I worked in Johns Hopkins Psychiatry and Research, I witnessed the power of colors on human brain. Here comes January 1st, 2025. Shock or not? Starts first bearish pullback, correct? In the course you learn this means trend exhaustion levels. As price moves down one step at a time. So you see the fight is playing out first months in 2025. Here comes the crush. Spectacular, breathtaking. Has anyone imagined that Amazon can collapse this much? So when you're using your limitless brain and you understand how price moves, you sleep so much better at night. After all, health is wealth. Peace defines that. The very final additional options is a trading software for NinjaTrader 8. So if you are day trading, it's a phenomenal tool that you can day trade futures with. This is how multi-scanner looks like. With a single click, you can add the instrument, trade a straight Dow, trade a straight gold, trade a straight oil. And as you can see on my screen, students trading Vanguard funds, trading ETFs, trading options, trading anything they choose. Choice is yours, what you want today, and position trade. Absolutely your personal decision and depends on your personal risk. System and software allows you to trade with ultimate precision and cross all futures. This is simplicity. Trade recognition software, entry, stop and target, bold red zone, monitor for short. This is a sample on how short alert is present. Here's long on S&P mini future. You do not ignore your exit point. You remember RZ means reversal zone. Here's Dow futures. Stunning simplicity, strategic intelligent chess, not speculative, not gambling, precise entry, stop and target with institutional power and bold green zone until Dow goes in free fall. Short on gold, obey the rules and the sky's is the limit. Just the samples to day trade futures. So again and again and again, it is absolutely your decision on the instrument, on the time frame, on the platform you choose to trade. Because the most important thing that changes You become proactive trader. You no longer reactive gambler. Being reactive is number one danger in trading. All of that is behind you. If you can drive, if you can catch a fish, you can trade Alpha Fibonacci system. Can you hit your brakes at the red light? Can you stay in your lane? Can you obey the rules? If the answer is yes, that's simplicity and precision of the Alpha Fibonacci system. And you can trade it on interactive brokers, MT4, MT5, any chart, any time frame, any platform, and of course, time and time again, MetaStack allows you to trade that on their charting platform with precise entry, with precise stop, with precise target across all instruments, all time frames, all platforms. So Ken is a movie maker. He made a movie about Fibonacci Trading Institute. We met in London multiple times. Ken is legend, and I'm truly humbled by what he has done and shared about his journey, as you can see on the website. So when you come to the website, you can discover our YouTube channel, where a movie that Ken makes about Fibonacci Trading Institute is posted as a front video on our YouTube channel. I never imagined in my wildest dreams that traders all over the world will be trading the system. So when movie maker in London trading Bitcoin and crypto on his iPhone, when fathers bringing their children, when friends bringing their friends, Carlton brought his friends to the course, when Emmanuel brought his wife, and Theo comes in the middle of the night to share his journey, and Richard and David retired, simply click on the podcast section. Waiting lists of students all over the world to share their journeys. And every single one of these traders, different background, different instrument, different time frame, different platform. So this is very important event, please note. I was teaching annual trading bootcamp during the months of April. All the bootcamp recorded, and when this was happening during historical events, the amount that you can learn is exponential. So since bootcamp is behind us, video library of the bootcamp is available. I have only one space left for this very big special, because in this trading bootcamp alone, you witness historical events that playing out live in financial markets. You can see how powerful this is, and it's absolutely appropriate for traders from day to position trader, from beginner to hedge fund manager. So when you're signing up for any of the options on our homepage, Trading Bootcamp is included in it. Private mentoring, I have one space left with a bootcamp private mentoring savings $10,000. Every single option includes live classes, video library of prior 300 plus of live recorded classes, plus videos of this very special historical bootcamp, additional value of $27.77. So option 2 and 4 are the most popular options. If you are not on NinjaTrader 8, option 1 and 3 appropriate for you. Again, lifetime system for all instruments, all time frames, all platforms. All you need to do is install proprietary settings and apply proprietary rules. So when you learn this, the sky's the limit. So when my students share this time and time again, some of these emails make me blush, because when my students send me hearts on Valentine's Days, That's all that means the world. Never imagined in my wildest dreams that this is what it would become. When fathers bring in their children, husbands bring in their wives. All I ask you is make an effort, and the skies are the limit. Any questions for me? Do not hesitate to contact me. 925-257-4298, upper left corner, or simply pick up the phone and call, or send me a mail with your phone number and I will reach out. Thank you, traders, so much. I'm trying to see if I have time for questions. One moment. The zones are decided by you inserting the levels on the platform of your choice and applying proprietary rules. You're applying the strategy, you're applying the rules. You can do this on MetaStock? Absolutely. You can do this on any platform that has Fibonacci retracement tool. I'm teaching this in tomorrow's institutional class. That's it.
All right. Yeah, that looks like it. Thank you very much, Alan. Alan, I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you so much, MetaStock, for having me. Absolute joy and honor to be here with you. Thank you so much, traders. Please do not hesitate to reach out. It's been my joy and honor. Thank you, traders. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alan.